I just finished my Google Team matching call, and I'm honestly not sure how to interpret the conversation or what signals I should take from it. The hiring manager joined the call and immediately seemed very serious and focused. He didn't really spend time on small talk or introductions and looked like he was on a tight schedule. After a quick greeting, he asked me to give a short introduction and then directly moved into asking about my previous work experience. I spent around 10 minutes explaining my past projects, the problems I worked on, the technical decisions I made, and the impact of my work. I also tried to connect my previous experience with what I understood about the team's responsibilities and explained why I felt my background could be relevant to the role. After listening, he summarized what he understood from my explanation, and I confirmed that his understanding was correct. Then he moved on and asked me to explain the system architecture of one of my projects. Since we were already running short on time, I tried to explain it in a simpler and more high-level way instead of going into every technical detail. During that discussion, I used the phrase that the architecture was almost the same as something he was comparing it to, but he corrected me and said that they were similar, not exactly the same. I agreed and clarified my point. It didn't feel like a negative moment, but I noticed that he was paying close attention to the technical details. After that, he asked if I had any questions for him. Before asking my questions, I requested that he give me a brief overview of the team, since I wanted to better understand their work and how my experience might fit in. He spent around 10 minutes explaining the team's projects, responsibilities, and what they were working on, because so much time had already passed. I only had enough time to ask 2 to 3 basic questions before the meeting ended. One thing that stood out to me was that while discussing my work experience, he noticed that my most recent professional experience was around 1.5 years ago and asked why I didn't have more recent industry experience. I explained that I had been pursuing my master's in computer science during that period and had graduated in December. He simply responded with okay and moved on, so I wasn't sure how he interpreted that. Overall, the conversation felt very rushed, and I'm having trouble understanding whether the hiring manager was genuinely interested, just trying to evaluate quickly, or if the short and serious tone was a bad sign. Has anyone gone through a similar Google Team matching experience where the hiring manager seemed rushed or very direct? How do you usually interpret these kinds of calls? Based on this interaction, do you think this sounds like a positive team match? A neutral one, or something I should be concerned about?